Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario after failing to find support above 60,000. Yes, the price of Bitcoin has failed to find support above this 50 weighted moving average above 60,000, and now it could be preparing itself for another continuation, which could be very interesting. So before I start talking about it, before I show you what could be happening in the medium short term, even in the upcoming days, I want you to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, 500 USD position airdrop if you want to trade Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, or 200 USD free position airdrop if you want to trade with Punk, Popcat, and so on. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. Now, first thing first, let's look at this Bitcoin dominance along with the USDT dominance, because in history we have found out whenever this USDT dominance has started to show strength, it has resulted in a bearish move in Bitcoin and also the Bitcoin dominance. I mean, whenever we have seen this USDT dominance showing strength, that is when we have seen Bitcoin dominance losing momentum. I mean, showing weakness each and every time. You can see bullish move in USDT dominance. It has resulted in a bearish move in Bitcoin price action and even the dominance, right? So if you look at it right now, this USDT dominance is showing strength. I mean, while we are seeing this spike in USDT dominance, Bitcoin dominance is showing weakness. So if this here is an actual relief rally, an actual continuation like this, then we are expecting Bitcoin dominance to show further more weakness after failing to regain its trend above 60,000. Because I have been very clear with you guys, wait until 60,000 gets flipped into support before jumping into any long trade. Otherwise, it is going to be turning out into a fake out, just a temporary rally before heading towards the original trend duration. But if you compare Bitcoin dominance with altcoins, holding Bitcoin definitely looks profitable, because I personally believe as soon as this horizontal trend line, which in the past price action rejected us, acted as support, gets broken, Bitcoin dominance is going to get stronger. With USDT dominance, we are losing, right? But compared to the altcoins, if you look at the altcoin market, excluding Bitcoin, you can see while the Bitcoin dominance is showing strength, altcoins are clearly showing weakness. So that's why I strongly believe as soon as this horizontal trend line gets broken, Bitcoin is going to show furthermore strength. But if we fail to do that, I mean, if the dominance fails to break out of this horizontal trend line, that is only when we will look at the altcoins market cap, because this is a rising wedge, a bearish continuation pattern. We are aware of that. But as long as the dominance remains inside this rising wedge, we are expecting Bitcoin dominance to get stronger compared to the altcoins. But compared to the USDT, yes, we are losing momentum. But if you simply look at the price action of Bitcoin in a monthly time frame, this is what I showed you yesterday. I was very clear. We have to flip 58 to 60,000 into proper support if you are expecting another bullish continuation here to the upside. But if you look at this monthly candle, if you look at this formation, you can see guys, this horizontal trend line, which in the past price action acted as resistance, has failed. But since we are still around 58,000, we still have some more hope, because we know around 58,000, 57,000, we have strong support lying for Bitcoin. So even if this horizontal trend line support has failed to hold the price in a monthly time frame, please be careful. We have this falling wedge playing out in monthly time frame, and this is a bullish continuation pattern. And each and every time, whenever the price of Bitcoin has tested the support from this falling wedge, we have seen a very nice bounce off it. So that's why even though we have failed to find support at 60,000, we still have strong support lying around 57, 58,000. So as long as the price remains above this trend line, let's not be that bearish. But yes, I am aware Bitcoin has lost the support again from this 50 weighted moving average, and in history, losing the support from this 50 weighted moving average has resulted in a very bearish move. And right now, if you look at this price action, the weekly has closed below the 50 weighted moving average, which sits around 60,000. So even though it is looked as a bearish continuation for Bitcoin, I strongly believe this 57.58 for now will be considered as one of the most important support for Bitcoin. And as long as the weekly candle remains above this trend line around 57,000, let's not panic, because we know if we simply zoom out, this pullback was absolutely normal because the upper trend line from the symmetrical triangle has rejected us in the past price action. So since the price was testing around that area, I showed you only after flipping this trend line into support, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to go parabolic. But remaining below this trend line means expect some more weakness, some more sideways, even some pullback to the downside, price testing some key trend line before choosing an actual trend duration. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that right now, since the price of Bitcoin is showing weakness, even if we see another continuation like this to the downside, I strongly believe that after testing this key trend line, we might see a bounce. I mean, after a move to the downside, we might see a bounce like this and price trying to break out of this symmetrical triangle one more time, because parallelly, you can see parallelly, the rejection around 60,000 was not just only because of this 50 weighted moving average upper trend line from the symmetrical triangle, but even the central or the middle line from this descending channel, because in history or in the past price action, you can see this trend line has rejected us again and again. That's exactly where we came. That's exactly where we got rejected. But I personally think this pullback could be temporary. I mean, if you simply look at this Fibonacci line, this pullback here could be towards this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, the golden pocket, and right after that, I'm expecting another bullish continuation like this to play out, because we know price of Bitcoin is still holding, is still above this Williams alligator indicator, which will be acting as support above 57,000. Yes, guys, this blue, green, and the red line is acting as support at this current stage in a daily time frame. So that's why, since this here also looks like a retest, I mean, price coming back to test a support from this Williams alligator indicator during uptrend like this. You can see during uptrend, we have seen plenty of retests around this Williams alligator indicator, which has resulted in a very, very bullish move. So same thing could be happening here as well. I mean, as long as the price remains above 58,000, it might be just a retest before expecting another continuation like this. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that price has strong support over 57,000, support from this Williams alligator indicator, and now even the support from this CPR indicator, because remaining above the CPR indicator means we could be preparing ourselves for another bullish continuation, and this pullback here could be just a retest. So that's why, guys, that's why as long as the price remains above 58,000, any sort of a pullback could be very short-lived, and price after that could be preparing itself for another bullish continuation. So please do not get confused. Only after losing the support around 57,000, we know this here is an actual reversal. I mean, price failing to find support over the CPL line means actual reversal, which will prepare ourselves for another bearish continuation for the upcoming month, because price closing the candle, the monthly candle below the CPL line, means the next month CPR will also be a bearish CPR, and that will be resulting in furthermore downward price movement. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope the price in the medium short term, even for the upcoming days, manage to remain above 58,000, because parallelly, you can see we have lost the support from this rising trend line. This rising trend line, upper trend line, acted as resistance, lower trend line acted as support. But now if you look at it carefully, you can see we have clearly lost the support from this ascending channel or rising channel. And if you look at this example on the right hand side, you can see price could show a temporary relief rally like this and then slowly get attracted to the downside. So that's why, guys, if we want to invalidate this bearish move, then Bitcoin is not allowed to break below 57,000. Breaking below 57,000 means then we have to prepare ourselves for an actual reversal from here on. But in a few days, I mean in 2 days, 12 hours from now, we are going to see the Fed decision whether they are going to cut the rate or keep it constant. I mean, target rate probabilities for 18 September 2024 Fed meeting clearly shows that around 57% are expecting cut, 25 to 50 basis point, and 43 are expecting the rate to remain. But if we look at the majority are expecting a rate cut, which could be bullish for Bitcoin. I mean, history shows that S&P 500 usually fares well after the Fed start to lower interest rate. Over the prior 9 rate cutting cycles, the S&P 500 has gained nearly 10% on average in the 6 months following the first cut. But if you look at this chart, when the Fed started cutting the rate, yes, for a few months it has went up, but after that, the S&P 500 has shown some bearish moves. So cutting rate doesn't necessarily mean it is going to be bullish. Please be aware. It might be just a temporary bullish news, but it could be resulting in a continuation, a bearish continuation, just like it from the past price action. And if S&P starts showing weakness, we know crypto has a very high priority of following that trend as well. So that means Fed cutting rate doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to be overly bullish. We are going to remain careful, but we are expecting for the short term, for the upcoming month, this Fed rate cut to favor the longs. So that's why if we see Fed cutting rate on 18th September, I am actually expecting this bearish trend to turn into a bullish trend. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because these events are temporary. If you want to trade with free money, if you want to take advantage of the market volatility, then the time to act is now. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.